Welcome back to our channel, Valuable Coins Hub. These rare Lincoln penny coins make people rich. Let's find out why. Don't miss out one of these who know a single coin could make you rich. Number 1. Today, we're stepping into the world of one of the most powerful and emotional coins in modern American history. The 2009 Lincoln Cent, Formative Years Edition. This coin isn't just a piece of copper-coated zinc. It's a story, a moment frozen in time, a tribute to the early life of Abraham Lincoln, and collectors everywhere are chasing the rarest versions of it like treasure hunters on a mission. If you love coins with deep meaning, rare errors, and a rising market value, then stay right here because this is a coin story you won't want to miss. The Formative Years Lincoln Cent takes us straight into the heart of Indiana, where a young Abraham Lincoln is seen sitting on a log with a book in his lap and a tool resting nearby. It's not just a design. It's a moment in time, showing the boy who would one day lead a divided nation through its darkest chapter. This scene was carefully chosen to remind us that great leaders start from humble beginnings, and that's exactly what gives this coin such deep emotional power and appeal for collectors. But beyond the beauty of its design, the 2009 Formative Years penny holds something even more thrilling: hidden rarity. This coin was released as part of the Lincoln Bicentennial series, and while millions were struck, not all were made the same. Some left the mint with powerful errors and striking differences that now have collectors scrambling to find them in the wild. From double die errors in Lincoln's fingers and the book to misaligned strikes and die clashes that leave ghostly images on the surface. This coin has become one of the most exciting in modern penny hunting. And there's even more. This coin also came in a special satin finish version, included in select mint sets, and those coins in untouched, high-grade condition have become incredibly rare over the years. Some satin finish examples with a perfect strike and strong luster have sold for serious cash at coin shows and online auctions. In places like Denver, Chicago, and Orlando, these pennies have changed hands between collectors for over $100 depending on the grade, the error, and the story behind the coin. So how can you spot a rare and valuable 2009 Formative Years cent? It starts with the details. Look closely at Lincoln's hands and fingers, especially the ones holding the book. That's where some of the most dramatic double die errors can be found. And under a magnifying glass, you may see clear doubling that turns an ordinary coin into a rare gem. Check the base of the log, inspect the lettering, and never overlook the texture of the surface. A satin finish has a softer, more matte look compared to the shiny version from circulation. If you're digging through coin rolls or checking change from a purchase, always keep your eyes peeled for 2009 pennies with sharp detail and strong rims. And if you find one that looks just a little different, maybe the strike looks off-center or a part of the image seems blurry or doubled, don't toss it aside. That might be a rare error coin, and when graded properly, it could bring in serious money and major respect from other collectors. Collectors from all over, from Pennsylvania to Arizona, are building complete Lincoln Bicentennial sets, and the Formative Years cent has quickly become one of the favorites, not just for its symbolism and design, but because of the known varieties that keep turning up and making headlines in the collecting world. This is a modern coin with historic value, emotional depth, and real collector demand, and it's still being pulled from circulation today. This coin teaches us something powerful, that the value of a coin isn't just in what it's made of, but in the story it tells and the journey it has taken. From the early woods of Indiana to coin shows across the United States, this penny carries with it a reminder of resilience, growth, and the potential hidden in everyday things. And that's exactly why collectors can't stop talking about it, and why its market value keeps rising as more people discover its magic. So don't ignore the 2009 pennies you find in your pocket or your coin jar at home. Look closely, take your time, and check those small details, because one rare Formative Years cent with the right features could be the coin you've been searching for without even knowing it. This coin originally had a face value of 1 cent, but some examples with the right error and in high mint state condition have sold for over $120 in auctions and coin markets across cities like Las Vegas, Cincinnati, and Sacramento. If you enjoyed this journey into the story and power of the 2009 Lincoln Formative Years cent, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting deep dives into rare and valuable coins hiding in plain sight. And don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever found one of these amazing pennies with a rare strike or satin finish? Are you hunting for the perfect example to complete your set? We'd love to hear your stories, your questions, and your favorite discoveries. Number 2, we're talking about none other than Abraham Lincoln himself. But this is no ordinary history lesson. This is about a coin that captured that very moment and froze it in time, the 2009 Lincoln birth and childhood cent. This coin isn't just another piece of copper. It holds a story, a legacy, and if you're a collector or even just curious, trust me, you're going to want to listen to every single word. The thrill of finding a coin that represents the humble beginnings of one of America's greatest presidents is something only a true coin lover can understand. Just imagine holding this penny and knowing it shows young Lincoln standing in front of a wooden log cabin, surrounded by the dreams that would one day change a nation. That alone makes it special. But what truly excites collectors across the country is the rarity, the errors, and the unbelievable surprises hidden in certain pieces of this coin. Not every 2009 Lincoln birth and childhood cent is created equal. And that's where things get exciting for collectors. There are coins with doubling on Lincoln's hands and legs, coins with die cracks running across the cabin roof, and even those slightly off-center that turn a simple penny into a valuable collector's prize. These aren't just random mistakes. They're accidental pieces of art, made during a moment in minting history that now can be worth so much more than their original use. People are discovering these hidden treasures in places like San Diego banks, flea markets in Chicago, and even tucked away inside dusty jars on the kitchen shelf. Some error coins from this series have shocked collectors by showing dramatic doubling that's easy to miss unless you inspect the coin under good light. You have to look closely. Check the rail fence in the background, check the cabin logs, and don't ignore the rim and fields of the coin. A little detail can make a big difference. Collectors who take the time to examine these coins carefully are uncovering pieces that have sold for surprising amounts in places like New Orleans auctions or Phoenix coin expos. Even better, the ones that came in brilliant uncirculated condition or satin finish, the ones never meant for public hands, are in high demand now more than ever. Satin finish versions especially, with their smooth surfaces and low mintage numbers, are gold in the eyes of serious collectors. If you're new to collecting or just starting to search for these beauties, here's something important. Always use a magnifying glass to inspect every part of the coin. Don't rush the process. Examine Lincoln's arms, the cabin structure, and the fine detail around his legs. Also check both the Philadelphia and Denver mint marks. Both mints have released versions that surprised even the most experienced coin experts with their unexpected errors and flawless strikes. Another thing to remember, never clean your coin. That's a mistake many beginners make, and it instantly drops the value. Keep your finds in a dry place, store them in soft plastic sleeves. And if you think you have a rare version, get it graded from a trusted third-party service. Once graded, the value can increase dramatically, and the coin suddenly becomes a gem in the eyes of auction houses and coin show dealers. Now let's talk about why this coin is not just a collector's dream but also a historic piece that belongs in every American collection. This was the first design in a 4-part series that celebrated the life of Abraham Lincoln, and what makes the birth and childhood version so emotional is that it connects us to Lincoln's roots, his innocence, and the early years that shaped who he became. That emotional power makes this coin one of the most cherished and talked about among all 4 designs released in 2009. Across the United States, dealers are noticing a jump in demand. Coin shops in places like Boston, Kansas City, and Sacramento have seen increased interest in this particular cent, especially those with visible mint errors or MS65 and higher grades. Collectors want them, new coin hunters are looking for them, and prices are climbing each year. The original face value of this Lincoln birth and childhood cent was 1 cent, but today, depending on the condition and type of error, some versions have been sold in auctions and private markets for over $160 in cities like Denver, Jacksonville, and Las Vegas. Number 3, we're talking about the 2009 Lincoln Professional Life Cent. This coin is not only part of a historic series, but it celebrates the time when Abraham Lincoln was rising as a national figure, walking the streets of Illinois, serving in the State House, and shaping the values that would define his presidency. Trust me, if you're a collector or someone who's passionate about rare coins, you're going to want to stay with me till the very end of this video because the surprises this coin carries are unforgettable. This penny shows Lincoln standing tall in front of the Illinois State Capitol in Springfield. a powerful image that speaks volumes to history lovers and collectors alike. But don't be fooled by the ordinary look of a cent. This is a coin that carries hidden gems for those who pay attention. This is where the thrill begins, because what looks like just another 2009 penny could actually be a highly valuable collectible if it has one of the key errors or rare strike types known to only a few in the coin community. There are multiple versions of this cent that have stunned experts, from strong double dies to die clashes that show mysterious ghost-like images around Lincoln's body or the building behind him. There are coins out there with misaligned dies where Lincoln's profile slightly shifts off-center, giving a completely different feel to the coin. Some even have raised die cracks or rim cuts, which only increase the uniqueness and value when spotted by a trained eye. In cities like Atlanta and Philadelphia, collectors have reported selling these unique versions for jaw-dropping amounts at coin shows and auctions. What makes the professional life cent even more desirable is how many people overlook it thinking it's just another coin. And that's exactly where opportunity lives for smart collectors who know what to look for. If you're searching through rolls from the bank or flipping through old change jars, you should be checking every detail of the building behind Lincoln. Look for doubling on the columns or the windows. Pay attention to Lincoln's hands, feet, and even his coat. These areas have shown strong doubling in rare errors, and those specific coins have landed collectors huge returns in places like Miami markets or even small-town coin expos. There's something magical about finding a 2009 cent in mint state condition, especially the satin finish versions released only in special collector sets. These are harder to find, and they carry that crisp, smooth surface that drives value higher with each passing year. The lower the mintage and better the condition, the greater the chance that this 1-cent coin turns into a showpiece in any collection. One big tip for every coin hunter: never underestimate the power of patience and a good magnifying glass. Take your time while examining these coins. A tiny doubled feature can add massive value. And if you believe you've found one with strong details or errors, submit it to a grading service to lock in that authentication. Once it's graded, its value not only increases, but your coin also becomes a trusted piece that can be featured in auctions or private sales across the country. Collectors love this cent not just because of Lincoln, but because it marks the third step in his personal journey, from a log cabin boy to a worker, and now to a man of politics and influence. That progression gives this coin deep meaning and emotional value that makes it highly sought after by those who build full Lincoln sets or focus on American history themes. Across states like Texas, Colorado, and Ohio, collectors are hunting these coins aggressively, especially those with clean surfaces, visible doubling, or die varieties. The energy around the 2009 Lincoln series hasn't faded at all. In fact, with each year, these coins gain more interest and value because of their limited mintage and historic designs that haven't been repeated since. And now for the part every collector waits for. Let's talk about real money. While this Lincoln Professional Life Cent was originally issued with a face value of just 1 cent, some rare versions, especially with visible double dies or satin finishes, have been sold for more than $130 in professional auctions and collector markets in cities like Detroit, Phoenix, and San Antonio. Top 4, we're talking about the 1963 Lincoln cent. A 1-cent coin that might just be worth way more than you'd ever expect if it carries the right details and rare features. If you've got a box of old pennies or inherited a coin jar from your grandparents, don't look away now, because this coin could be quietly sitting in your collection just waiting to shine. This isn't just a penny. It's a time traveler from the year 1963, a year when the world was changing fast and history was being written every day. The 1963 Lincoln cent carries that classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and on the reverse, the timeless Lincoln Memorial that has been etched into American history and into the hearts of millions. But what makes this coin stand out isn't just its design. It's the secrets it hides in minting errors and overlooked rarities that many people don't even know exist. There are some fascinating error varieties tied to the 1963 Lincoln cent that have taken the collector world by storm. Some coins from this year were struck off-center, creating a dramatic shift in the design and giving them incredible eye appeal. Then there are the double die obverse examples where Lincoln's profile and the inscriptions like "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" appear clearly doubled, making the coin instantly rare and desirable. Some collectors have also uncovered cents with repunched mint marks, especially from the Denver Mint, where the little D appears struck twice or even 3 times, causing a shadowy, almost echo-like appearance. These kinds of minting quirks are highly sought after and can transform your 1-cent coin into something collectors are willing to pay serious money for. You'd be surprised how many of these coins still turn up in pocket change, coin rolls from banks, or old family stashes. There's a reason the 1963 penny remains in high demand. It had a huge mintage, which means plenty are still out there, but finding one in brilliant uncirculated condition or with these rare errors is like striking gold for collectors who know what to look for. If you're just getting into coin collecting, the 1963 Lincoln cent is a great coin to begin with. It teaches you what details to notice, how to spot doubling, and where to focus when examining the lettering, Lincoln's face, and the mint mark area. Using a magnifying glass and good lighting can help you catch errors that others would miss. It's in these little discoveries that a coin hunter's journey becomes truly exciting. One major tip: always check the rim and edges of your 1963 penny. Many rare error coins have rim cuds or die cracks along the edge that make them one-of-a-kind pieces. Also inspect the spaces between letters. That's where doubling tends to hide and where collectors have found valuable errors that changed everything for them in coin shows and auctions. Now here's what makes this coin even more thrilling. Across cities like St. Louis, Cincinnati, and even smaller coin shops in New Mexico, lucky collectors have managed to sell rare error versions of the 1963 penny for real money. Some double die obverse examples in mint condition have fetched between $75 to $90 depending on the grading and visibility of the error. That's an unbelievable return from something that originally cost just a single cent. This coin is also a strong piece to complete a full Lincoln Memorial set or to add into a specialized error coin collection. With each passing year, demand for well-preserved 1963 cents with unique characteristics only continues to rise, especially as newer collectors learn how to spot value in older, seemingly ordinary coins. Number 5. Alright friends, you're about to hear something really special today, so listen carefully because this coin might be hiding in your house right now, and if you spot the right details, it could be worth way more than you ever imagined. We're diving deep into the world of the 1966 Lincoln cent, a coin that looks simple at first, but is full of powerful surprises for those who know where to look. Stay with me till the end because I'm going to tell you about the rarest versions, secret errors, and valuable tips that every serious coin collector needs to know. The 1966 Lincoln penny holds a unique place in U.S. coin history. It came out during a fascinating time when the U.S. Mint was recovering from the coin shortage of the early 60s, and they made some key changes that made coins from this period stand apart. And here's something very important. No mint marks were used on coins in 1966, no matter where they were made. That alone makes this penny different from most other years which carried either a D or S mint mark. But what truly makes the 1966 penny exciting is the chance of finding rare mint errors that collectors absolutely love. Some of the most talked about errors include double die obverse coins where Lincoln's features and the letters like Liberty or I in God We Trust appear with visible doubling. These are not easy to find, but when you do, the value can rise quickly, especially in higher grades. Another rare error that makes the 1966 cent valuable is the off-center strike. That's when the coin was not properly aligned during minting and part of the design is missing on one side while the other is thicker or curved. A 5 to 10% off-center error is interesting, but when the off-center is around 40% or more with full date visible, that's when you've really got something special in your hands. Collectors also go crazy for die cracks, die clashes, and lamination errors in this year. Die cracks create raised lines across the coin where the die was damaged, and when they run across Lincoln's face or the fields around it, the coin becomes one of a kind. Lamination errors make parts of the metal peel or flake, revealing unique textures that make each coin entirely different and highly collectible. Now, if you're someone who loves coin roll hunting or just going through old jars of pennies, you absolutely must keep your eyes open for sharp details in the 1966 cent. You want strong rims, clean letters, and smooth surfaces, because those are the ones collectors will line up for. Also check the reverse side. The Lincoln Memorial should be sharp and balanced with clear lines between the columns. Here's a great tip. Use a 10x magnifying lens and always look at the word Liberty and the date first. Doubling usually hides there, and that's where the money lives. Compare your coin to known examples online or in collector books so you can spot even the smallest difference that others may overlook. And don't assume all 1966 cents are equal. In cities like Chicago, Philadelphia, and Kansas City, Collectors have reported buying and selling rare varieties of this penny at coin shows and auctions for surprising amounts. One brilliant uncirculated 1966 double-die obverse was sold for $80 in a local Arizona auction because of its eye-popping doubling and flawless red finish. Yes, that's 1 cent turning into 80 real dollars just because of how it was struck at the mint. These coins are still out there and people are finding them every year, hiding in change, resting in old collections, sitting quietly in forgotten drawers. All it takes is a little patience, a careful eye, and the passion to keep searching. So if you've got a 1966 penny sitting somewhere in your house, now's the time to go find it. Look close, study every inch, and see if you're holding something that could change the way you look at coins forever. Whether you're a beginner or a longtime collector, the 1966 Lincoln cent is a reminder that value hides in the details and that the most ordinary-looking coins can carry incredible stories and rewards. And hey, if this video helped you get excited about coin hunting, please tap that like button and subscribe to the channel because we're bringing more stories like this every week. Drop a comment if you found any cool 1966 pennies or rare errors. We'd love to hear your experience and maybe even feature it in our next video. Always remember, the thrill is in the hunt, the value is in the details, and the joy comes from discovering what others missed. Keep collecting, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a small coin with a big story.